Hello, welcome to my Lifestyle with Sharon YouTube channel, and on this channel I show you some lovely recipes. I do meditation videos, soon I'll be doing some dancing videos, I'll be doing all sorts of lifestyle things that you'll enjoy. This particular video I am making chocolate muffins with chocolate chips. Really tasty and so delicious. Lovely big jumbo fluffy wonderful muffins. So if you want to see how to make them, do keep watching this video and I'll share a few different topping ideas that you can do to make them slightly differently, and I'll also show you how to make your own cases if you don't have any in the house. So keep watching and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and like the video, and I'd love to hear your comments. Right, so to make our own, we just draw around a plate onto your baking paper or parchment paper, whatever you want to call it, and then inside your tins, if you can find something in your house that's roughly the same size as the bottom of that tin, and then you want to place it in the middle of that large circle and draw around it. I know it's easier to buy your cake cases, but if you haven't got them or you just want to do this as a bit of fun, this is how you do it. So you just cut the circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then what you want to do is, there's 3 parts to this. You want to come away, say about ½ an inch away from the middle circle, draw your line about ½ an inch again, and then you want to draw it coming at a slight angle, so you've got this kind of shape. You want 3 of those. Then you want to cut those sections out. So you just put this inside and squash it down, and then you can see automatically this is just folding over. It's kind of going over itself like that, and that will happen with all 3 of them. So just make sure that they're going over each other, and then bring these up so that they're slightly higher than the tin, and you get something, anything at all, and just place it inside just to weigh it down for about 10 minutes, and then you're left with these cake cases. Homemade versions if you don't. Right, so for this we need 2 mixing bowls. I just happen to have 2 different size ones, but it doesn't really make any difference. So I'm going to put the wet ingredients in here. I've got here 2 eggs, but I'm going to also add 1 egg yolk, and I'll just show you now how to get the egg yolk. There's 2 ways. You could crack it and then transfer it from shell to shell, or you could just crack the egg open. You just put your hands underneath like that and slightly open your fingers, and all the yolk will run through. Can you see that? So you could just leave it in your hand and then you can place it in there. So 2 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk. You want to add your melted butter and your oil, whichever way you want to do it. I'm just using all oil. Add your milk. So for the dry ingredients, we're going to get a sieve, and you're going to put your flour in, your salt, your baking soda and your baking powder, your cocoa powder, your sugars, and you're just going to sieve that into a bowl. So you can see how coarse all this ingredients is and how fine it is when you sieved. So it makes a big difference. We have the dry ingredients, we have the wet ingredient. I'm just going to put the dark chocolate in that I melted, and then I'm just going to mix this all together. And what you want to do is gently fold this in. You don't want to over mix it. It's a nice gentle folds. Turn it right round so it all gets mixed, but not like really whisking it and mix. Doesn't make sense, but you know, not really whisking it hard, just gently mix it around. This looks just perfect. Now this is the time to add your chocolate chips. And as you can see from this tin, I've left one without the paper, just so you can see what happens, see the difference in the finishing product. So you just want to take a bit of your mixture, and the ice cream scoop helps judge equal quantities. So I'm going to put 1 in each one for the minute. Oh, what I should have done was put some oil in the bottom of that so it didn't stick, but it's too late. I've just put it in there. Even with the paper, even with the paper, you can just spray a little bit of the oil. So I'll put a second scoop in because they're big ones. The normal tins, 1 scoop would be fine, but with the larger jumbo ones, you probably want the 2 scoops. I forgot to put the orange zest in, but you can put a little bit of the orange zest in the mixture as well to give it that nice orangey flavour, but I forgot. But another topping you can do is you can have a little bit of sugar and then you put a little bit of the orange zest and just mix it around with your fingers, and then you can place that on the top of one of your muffins. So that's one topping. You can leave that on its own, or you can have it mixed with some chocolate chips. I'm going to put some white ones on this one. You can leave it plain, of course. Maybe I should have left a plain one. But here I've cut up some of that dark chocolate just into chunks. So I'll show you what they look like when they come out the oven. Okay, so these are what the muffins came out like. I wish you could smell it right now because they are delicious. They really do look lovely, and of course you can see the difference with this one. Oh, just to show you in comparison, if you haven't got the jumbo tins, you can see how much deeper that one is. You would get 12 regular muffin sizes, or you can have these jumbo ones. So I'll just go around the edge. You can see how spongy and soft and moist they are just from going around the edge like that. Tip this upside down. Look, and it just falls out easily enough, even though I didn't put any oil on it. Doesn't that look lovely? That is. Before you actually take them out the tin, just get a skewer, something like that, and just poke it right in to the middle section, and if it comes out completely clear, you know that they are ready. So this is the one that had the chocolate chunks on the top. So we're just going to take the paper off. See, these homemade ones do the job. And they actually, even though I didn't oil them, they come off very, very easily. Look how lovely this is. Really lovely. And we'll cut it open in a minute. This is the one that had the white chocolate chips on the top. Now usually they would actually come up onto the top surface like this one, but for some reason they've kind of sunk right down and it just looks quite plain on the top. This is the same one with the chocolate chips that was put on the top. So you can see a couple of them is still there. This one was the one with no paper, and that was the chocolate chips on top, so you can see a couple of them are there. But again, they've kind of sunk in, but they're still really nice. This is the one that had just the sugar and orange zest for a topping, and it's just given that lovely crispy. You can, I know you can't touch it, but if you felt that, it gives it a nice crispy topping to it. And then this one had the chocolate chips and the sugar and orange zest. Okay, so that's that one. So you can see the difference in the slight shape. The one without the paper is this one, and the one with the paper is this one. So it's slightly different. So I'm going to try the one with the lovely orange zest sugar on the top. It's nice and caramelized, and looking forward to that. See how lovely perfect that it looks. Really nice. So I'm just going to cut into it now. So you've got that lovely crispiness on the outside, but lovely and soft and spongy on the inside. Actually, I think I should have put double the amount of chocolate chips in there. You can see how soft and squidgy that is, and I'm sure when I taste it in a minute, it's going to be lovely and moist. I'm just going to rip this open. It's the best way to do it. Just going to break this apart. Look at that. Lovely. The white chocolate chips inside. Definitely double the amount of chocolate chips to be lovely. Right, so I'm going to bite into the nice crispy bit on the top. That is beautiful. Really tasty. That lovely texture on the top is really, really nice. And it gives that lovely orange zest to it. What a shame I didn't put it in the main part of the muffin. Wow. Definitely recommend doing these. They're so soft, moist. They're just perfect. And I really love that crispiness on the top. I can tell the camera woman right now is going to be drooling in a minute if she doesn't hurry up and get some of these muffins. So I'll say goodbye for now, so we can enjoy a nice cup of tea and some muffins together. I look forward to doing the next video.